Packers defense just shut out a team for the first time in 8 years. Clay Matthews sacked a quarterback without getting a roughing the passer penalty. Kyler Fackrell had 3 sacks on the day. Kendrell Bryce played a game without breaking someone's ankle. What is going on? Grassy Posse Packer Nation, welcome to an episode of Packcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom Grassi, and today we are going to break down the Packers' shutout victory of the Buffalo Bills, 22-0. Now, the Packers, after being embarrassed by the Washington Redskins last week, had to bounce back in a major way, especially with the Bears. The Bears, of all people, leading the division and looking unstoppable, especially today with Trubisky having 6 touchdowns. Their defense playing incredible football. And I know it's against the Buccaneers, but they are number 1 in the NFC North right now. The Vikings, of course, falling to the Rams on Thursday Night Football. The important thing being is that their defense looked atrocious, which makes me think that they're going to be taking a step down this year. That being said, the Lions also lost today, so it is the Green Bay Packers sitting pretty in second place. But there is a possibility that, as Packer fans, we were worried about the wrong team this year. Again, nothing is won or lost in September, but the Bears are looking mighty good. And I just vomited for saying that. But let's take a look at some stats today, as Aaron Rodgers went 22 for 40 for 298 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception, the first interception of the season. He almost threw a couple of them. The interception wasn't his fault, though, as the ball was tipped by a Bills defender, then by Jimmy Graham, and then into the arms of the Bills secondary. However, the good news about Aaron Rodgers is that he definitely looked a lot more mobile after sustaining his knee injury week 1. Still wearing that brace, but was able to rush for 31 yards and wasn't hobbling like Tiny Tim on A Christmas Carol. So that's always a good thing. Aaron Jones, well, Packers fans, you've been asking for Aaron Jones to get more involved, and boy, oh boy, I guess Mike McCarthy heard you, because he went 11 for 65 for 1 touchdown, breaking off a couple big runs, looking good. Devontae Adams went 8 for 81. Geronimo Allison stepped up big, going 6 for 80. That number could have gotten even bigger after he dropped a couple sideline difficult throws. And Jimmy Graham getting his first touchdown as a Green Bay Packer during the regular season, going 3 for 21 with 1 touchdown. Now, the big story of today is, of course, how the defense played. Josh Allen coming off his first game, crushing the Minnesota Vikings, rushing for 2 touchdowns, throwing for 1. And I was obviously very concerned, as the Packers don't have a great history with mobile quarterbacks. But Josh Allen was really kept in check today. Look uncomfortable every single time there was a little bit of pressure that was delivered to him. And boy, oh boy, did we pressure him. He went 16 for 33 with 151 yards and 2 interceptions. We held down the running game. McCoy suffering a rib injury, but was able to play today, going 5 for 24 yards. Their biggest target was Clay, going 4 for 40. Our defense, though, looked incredible. Martinez going 6 tackles for 1 sack. Fackrell had 3 sacks. Where the hell did that come from? A total of 7 sacks on the day, 2 interceptions, 1 from Jair Alexander and 1 from Clinton Dix. So again, this is the first shutout since 2010 against the New York Jets, and I was at that game, which was a terrible game. It was 9-0 how that ended. But the scoring summary is first quarter, Jimmy Graham got his first touchdown. Aaron Jones got his touchdown and a field goal. And then in the third and fourth quarter, we got a field goal apiece. Mason Crosby, good for everything except missing the extra point on the Jimmy Graham field goal touchdown in the first quarter. But overall, this is the first game this season that the Packers have put together a complete game. The defense has been struggling in the first half, but they really came together, playing all hard all 4 quarters after giving up 28 points to the Redskins in the first half last week. And of course, against the Bears and the Vikings, letting up a lot of points. But they really hunkered down here in the second half and played a great game. This is the kind of defense that the Packers fans have been waiting for quite some time. And I don't want to just attribute it to, luck, but the fact that we had some tape on Josh Allen definitely helped. I think that the Vikings definitely were surprised last week. They didn't know what they were really getting themselves into. And then going down real early with all those turnovers didn't help. We had a game plan. We executed. And besides a few errant throws from Aaron Rodgers, some weird play calling in the first half by Mike McCarthy, Packers fans, you should be super happy about this win and that we shut out this team. We're sitting pretty at 2-1-1. And we have very big winnable games over the next few weeks before the bye week. We have the 49ers in 2 weeks on Monday Night Football without Jimmy Garoppolo. And next week we have the big divisional game against the Lions. And especially in this division where we could have 3 potential contenders for playoff spots, every divisional game definitely matters. And every game within the NFC definitely matters. But this is a big win, not just for the Packers, but also for their future record, as the Vikings lost to the Bills last week. So now we have the kind of power of the record over them. That was a great sentence, but I'm not taking it back. I meant every word of it. But yes, fantastic game for the Packers. Fantastic game for the fans. And I was hoping for a blowout walking into this game because I haven't had celebratory beers in some time. It's just been depression and sadness beers. So this was a good day. A good day. But let me know what you thought about the game down below. What'd you think? I think everyone did well, which is weird. Even Lance Kendricks. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com, TomGrossi Comedy, or Tom Grossi Comedy on the Twitter and the Instagram, and of course the Patreon. If you want to pick up a copy of my debut comedy album, Allergic to Fun, you can pick up a physical copy at TomGrossiComedy.com. I'll even sign it for you, or you can pick up a digital copy at iTunes and Amazon. Check out podcasts on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, and of course here on the YouTubes. Like, subscribe. It really helps the channel as we've been growing, so thank you very much for that. We're also been streaming every single Packers game, so we just did that with the Bills game. All the replays will be on the channel, but come and join us live. They're a great time. We had a great stream today. It was a grand old time. Also, I am running the New York City Marathon in 5 weeks. It's my first marathon, potentially my last if I die. And I am running for the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. And so I'll put the link in the description down below. But if you can, I ask you to donate to them. They are a fantastic organization doing great work. 100% of the proceeds go to them. I get nothing. I am just running for them because they're a great organization. So if you can, thank you so much for helping out, as some of you in the Packers Nation Grossi Posse already have. But let me know what you thought about the game down below. Packers fans gotta be happy. I'm happy. This feels good. It feels good to be happy after a Sunday. I hope that doesn't get destroyed next week. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack Go.